Hi everybody, I'm back with another video. This is another one of those product prompt videos, so I'm pulling out 3 products right now. It looks like they're breads using the Cricut cartridge and buttons. So I will try to make sure that I incorporate those items onto this layout. This one is titled Gorgeous, and it is just about my mom. She was wearing purple in the photos, and so I wanted to do a layout with the purple. I actually like purple. However, there's not a lot of scrapbooking stuff with that color. I'm not really sure why that is, but anyway, I'm going to go ahead and mount these photos onto this piece of purple paper that is extremely old. So is the other flower paper. They've been in my stash for a really long time, and I'm finally using them. Anyway, I'm going to mat these photos on there, and I'm also putting them onto a piece of black cardstock. So I don't use doilies all that often, and I decided that this was a perfect type of feminine layout that I could use a doily on. So I am going to change it to purple. And I have these water pens. They're like watercolor, but they're in a pen form. And so I decided to use that on here. I don't really know why, other than that, I mean, it's certainly not the easiest way to get watercolor on there. But I think I just wanted to use the pens because I never really used them. So, yeah, this was what I decided to do. I'm not going to cover the whole doily. That didn't come out right. Earlier when I said purple paper, it almost sounded like I was going to say purple people eater. Anyway, I'm not going to cover the whole thing because part of it's going to be covered by the photos. Now I'm going to take some paper towel and pat this off a little bit because it got really wet with the pen. I can't talk with the pen, and then I will set it aside to dry. You can see some of the embellishments right there on the right that I've already pulled, thinking I want to use those on the layout. I was pretty much just trying to find anything I could find that had purple in it. Now I'm going to move on to my title, which is going to be Gorgeous, and I am using a Cricut cartridge to cut that title out. So that was one of my prompt items, and I'm just going to use Scotch Dry adhesive to glue those down. And once I have them glued down, then I will outline them in a black Sharpie. To the left, you'll see some green tags that I cut out of some scrap paper, and I'm also going to use those on this layout. Actually, I don't think that is a Sharpie. I think that that's one of those Smashbox pens. I think the Sharpie has a little bit of a thicker point on it, which I probably would have liked better, but that's the one I grabbed. So now I'm moving on, and I'm going to punch holes in these tags. I'm going to make little reinforcers for them. So I'm just using a hole punch, and then I'm going to use a circle punch to cut those out, and I think we've all seen that done before. Of course, I did it the wrong way to begin with because I was never going to get that hole punch in the middle of that thing and it be accurate. So then I ended up punching the holes in the paper first with the hole punch and then punching them out with the circle punch, which made it easier for me to get them lined up correctly. There are a whole lot of P words in this video. Purple paper, punches, yeah. Okay. Once I got the reinforcers done, then I went ahead and glued them down to the tags. From there, I'm going to use that fiber or ribbon that is to the left, and I'm going to cut that out just to attach some ribbon to the tags. I do not use ribbon enough, and I have a whole lot of it. I need to figure out some some creative way to use a bunch of ribbon. If you have any suggestions, definitely let me know. So I know I want these tags to go behind this photo mat, and I am just going to kind of play around with the placement of them. Once I'm done with that, I'm going to use the tiny attacher to just staple them together. Then I will go ahead and glue the tags down as well as the photos once I am done with that, then I'm going to trim up the ribbon a little bit because it's too long and it's covering up a little bit of my title, which I don't like. So I'll have to trim that down a little bit, and then I'm going to move on to embellishing. So I have kind of a mishmash of embellishments that I picked out to use on this layout. I have some chipboard, I have these hearts, I have this flower, and then of course the buttons and the brads that I needed to incorporate because those were the items that came up with my prompt. And I am going to end up playing with these for a really long time, just moving them around all over the place. I think I incorporate some enamel dots and stuff as well before it's all said and done, but it took me quite a while, so I ended up not recording the majority of that. But there's a little bit more here. So I do put these hearts down the left side of the page, and they will stay there, and I am going to ink the edges of all of those before I actually glue them down. And I believe I'm just going to kind of put little embellishments with each of those, and then I am going to embellish the top where where the tags are fairly heavily. This layout in the end ended up being a lot of embellishment, which is unusual for me. It was definitely way more than I usually use. So this is me just inking stuff and playing with placement of them. Like I said, I recorded a little bit of it, but I don't record the whole thing. I swear, I let everybody in the house, okay, I am doing a voiceover on a video, don't bug me. And then what is it? The next thing you know, there's somebody, even though the door is locked, not only yelling through the door, but trying to open the door. What in the world? Anyway, that's my little rant about trying to make videos in a busy house. So that pretty much is going to sum up the layout. Yeah, that's pretty much it. A purple layout. All right. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a great day. Okay. Bye.